Well, welcome back, Kingston, to another NTW3 battle. This literally just kicked off, and we already have some action here. So this is the 4v4. Look at this, the UK, some Ottawa, I think some Indians here trying to defend the building. Honestly, probably not going to take it from these guys. Look at these guys, freaking tomahawking their way through the Russians. It's a bayonet versus a tomahawk. Now, actually, maybe the Russians will take this. I'm not sure, actually, who's going to take this. We're going to watch the results of this small guerrilla fight. And then we're going to... Ooh, that's looking not so hot for the Russians. I think they're going to split. Yep. Well, anyway, this is a 4v4 on a Spain 5B map. Boy, this is going to be a good one, guys. The kills are crazy high on this one, so you know... Both sides give it their all. Man, look at that. Russia had 2 units break. I think they had guerrillas, and I think it was a race for who got in the house first. Interestingly enough. So on the coalition side, we have a 7-point España, a 7-point UK Russia Helder, a 7-point Austria, and a 7-point UK USA. And that UK USA is the one that you see guerrilla deployment. Although, like I said, the 7-pointer also has some guerrilla deployments as well. You can see, you know, they have some units way up to scout out the French positions. Now, on the other side, we already saw a 8-point Russia. You also have, I believe, the 7-point Denmark, a 7-point France, Russia, Sud, and 6-point France, Tyrol. So definitely, if you've not noticed already, very low points for this game. I mean, that's like, what? 28 points, I believe 28 points only on the field. So that's going to actually make for a more exciting game. Low point factions aren't as strong necessarily. We got some cavalry, some Spanish cav running down these Russians, making sure they don't come back. I think artillery is already firing. I don't know what artillery is firing. Is there artillery here? There were stakes obviously deployed, so obviously both sides were going to focus for this LOC very early on. Obviously, thankfully, the UK got it, and they're going to be able to hold that choke point. Imagine if the French had this area. There's a nice little wall that's actually impassable here, and it makes for choke point battles. However, with Spain rushing forward, the UK throwing in their skirmishers, that's definitely going to make it a little easier for the coalition to hold this line. Now, the 7-pointer obviously pushing up. Then you have Helder. He's going to rush forward. His troops get across that bridge. And then Austria rolling up as well. And the UK not far behind. Wow, they have a lot of troops here. Look at that. Looks like an officer, one single officer leading the whole attack. Very cool. Where's the rest of his staff? Oh, they're just caught up here. Oh yeah, no, I mean Austria bringing a good mix of troops here with such low point armies. You gotta wonder how big they actually are going to end up being. Helder, well, they got a lot of chunky units here. Now these may be a bunch of UK troops, but I'm not mistaken. I feel like Helder has some delicate morale sometimes when you're really looking at it. Denmark. On the French side, they're going to have some really good cavalry, really good elites and grenadiers for sure. The 6-point Tyrol, one of my favorite factions, they can bring a massive build. Actually, no, it's Russia Sud. Sorry, the 7-point France, Russia Sud can bring a massive build of really delicate troops that don't do very well. The 6-pointer, in my opinion, is the best. However, the 8-point Russia can bring some good troops and a lot of guns. Actually, the Russia can bring very cheap, massive guns. I've brought, 12 guns as the 8-pointer, maybe the 7-pointer. But either way, they're definitely going to be a serious group alliance to have to deal with. And look at this. We have some... some Russians. These Russians just getting caught out everywhere. Not looking too hot. I mean, maybe I may have to skip ahead, guys. I mean, I had to start immediately just because there was some stuff that happened at the very beginning. I do like this building. This reminds me of the Alamo. You know, this looks. I remember having a legendary replay where the last defense was here, There's troops. Oh man, that was an amazing replay. Which, speaking of amazing replays in the past, I do have, this one will be in the playlist. If you're new to the channel and you want to check out more NTW3 content, there's tons. I think I have hundreds now of replays going all the way back to, what is it, 7 point something? Maybe it's 8 point something, 8.0, 8.9. But either way, you know, tons. So if you want to check out more, I have tons. You can go to the channel, click on playlists. I have anywhere from cinematics of Napoleon Total War to replays to actually streams where you can, if you go all the way back, you'll see the beginning Kingston noob NTW3 plays where, man, I definitely sucked at playing. And you can see how the path of progression to where I got decent, I'd say, from being really, really bad. And yeah, I mean, the quality definitely improved over the years. In the very beginning, my commentary and graphics were just awful. I'm pretty sure I had a lot of laggy replays here. Look at this. We got some cavalry trying to get away from the French. They are cornering them, though. Oh, there's some Spanish Lancers who are going to show up here. So we may have a bit of a cav clash here. Or maybe not. They see the extra cav. Oh, man. I bet you they're going to take it. But Lancers against Hussars. The Lancers can get a good charge bonus off. This could actually be good. Both sides look to be taking some losses here. Yeah, they both mutually break. And I don't know if these are Lancers. Are they Lancers? Both sides have a... Ooh, Denmark almost caught them out, but they were distracting a lot of cavalry. In the meantime, did another cav clash happen? Yep, Helder repelled some 6-point Tyrol. And there's more getting charged by the King Irish Hussars. Just trying to run down as many models as possible. We're starting to see the 6-pointer showing up. Definitely a very formidable looking army. That is the first of the French forces you're going to see. Yeah, this little cav thing on the side. Oh, we do actually have some, looks like some Russian cavalry maybe trying to scout. They definitely can see now. Spain is set up in a very defensive position. But they are waiting. Now, if they can delay, if the cavalry, the Helder and Spanish cav can delay the French till the reinforcements get here, they can defend from a position of strength. It's going to take a long time, actually, for the rest of this. Look how far back these armies are strung. This is going to take a very long time, and I bet you this UK is busy trying to save his cavalry, so he's not moving his infantry at the moment. But Austria is going to take a while. I mean, Helder's almost there, but still... the French definitely have troops probably closer. Spain doesn't want to engage that too much. I think we're finally going to see that cavalry commit to an engagement. And probably going to lose that cav. But still, this is, like I said, Denmark has some pretty good cavalry, but it's still going to... I'm sure they took some losses there. Yeah, they took some losses. I see a lot of brown horses down, and that's this unit definitely. But yeah, unless something changes really fast, I'm just going to fast forward here a little bit till the engagement happens. Alright, so not much has happened, but it's like Helder's pushing quite aggressively with their cavalry on the 6-point Tyrol. And actually, the 6-pointer has kind of held this high ground and stopped. Only thing that's in front of them, of course, is cavalry. But still, I think they are more concerned about all of what's in front of them versus advancing, which means Russia, for the moment, I mean, they're probably going to get backed by the 7-pointer and the Denmark player, will push through this kind of choke point. Now, Spain can play their cards right. If the 6-pointer does not push up on this side of the wall to support this engagement, then Spain actually is going to have an opportunity to have a nice flanking fire, have troops in the front lines and on the flank, and force the Imperials to actually walk into a bit of a trap. Like I said, also for Russia, it's going to be nice because they don't have to worry about their flank necessarily being hit really hard. But But then again, they're going to have to push through a very, very well set up defense that the coalition are going to have. And especially with Helder having pushed all the way across to here, that is going to make things a living hell. And, I mean, the Imperials have to push, guys. They don't have LSC right now. They have to actually be the ones to set the attack. We'll see what the 6-point Tyrol does. It may be actually crucial. Whatever happens in this flank may actually set the whole stage of the battle. And it depends on how far away the 6-pointer is planning on pushing. If they're going to keep pushing troops this way because they think there's an enemy in front of them, then, well, they're going to be isolated by nothing. And their army's going to be all by themselves fighting just cavalry versus the rest of the Imperials who are pushing. Now, we do have the Russia Sud. The France-Russia Sud. Ooh. Oh, no, artillery getting charged. Oh, he's going to actually pull back. I think he could have taken it, but he wants to save his cavalry. Totally fine. But yeah, we have the Russia Sud. Let me see what kind of troops they have. Oh, they brought the mass infantry spam of bad quality troops, which isn't bad. I mean, I'm sure they brought some good stuff too. Maybe not. From what I've seen so far, this infantry not the greatest. But maybe they don't need to. They just need something that can stay to fight for just a little bit while the better troops of Russia and Denmark get into position. Maybe that's what their plan is. It's very, very possible. Russian artillery firing already. You saw the horse artillery, 3 so far. Spain does have their artillery set up as well. Unfortunately, these stakes will not work in favor of the Imperial or the coalition, only in the Imperials. So that's going to be terrible. And then there's no way of getting rid of them unless you run cavalry into them. That's the only way to get them killed. I wish they'd make stakes kind of universally. If you're running through them, you know, they won't kill you, but if you're running through them, they'll kill you, but if you walk through them, it's okay. You know, it should be that way. I think the new Total Wars are like that. You can actually have friendly fire from stakes, which would be realistic. It's not like stakes magically don't kill certain horses over others. Oh yeah, we're seeing a lot of troops getting in position, guys. Okay, this is a little bit better quality infantry, so maybe the 7-pointer went for a mixed build. Probably a better decision anyway. I did see some Russian guard units as well. Definitely a lot of mass in this Imperial push. There it is, the Russian Guard. Not a very big unit, but still very scary. That's a lot of infantry. Spain's going to have their work cut out for them unless Helder can get in position. And we're still waiting to see where Austria is. Looks like Austria is actually going to swing out here to deal with the 6-pointer because the 6-pointer is advancing. Oh, and Denmark is advancing. Okay. This is a development. I really thought Denmark was going to go into here. So if Denmark is going in with United Push, this is going to make it way harder for the Spanish to actually make a defense. Now Spain does have Helder as a reserve. So they do have troops to throw forward. They're not alone anymore, at least. But their lines are not very, very large. Definitely aren't going to be able to take a long-standing fight. Looks like we do have Helder going to be defending the side bridge, making sure there's not a flanking force going to push on them. And we have the UK, at least they're across, and they're still going to push out here. And Austria can patch up, meet up here, and yeah. Interesting developments, though. I like it. I like the battle plan. Doesn't seem disorganized. Both sides seem to be working quite well together. I definitely see a lot of French coordination. They seem to be moving together in synchronous rhythm, but also looks like the coalition are kind of working together. It's always good to see. This poor cavalry has just been focused by artillery this entire time. They're probably going to break. And they do. This looks pretty serious. That's a pretty earnest attack battle you made on Spain. I don't see a lot of cavalry. The come to think of it, there's not a lot of cav. I think Helder has the most. But look at this coordination, guys. All along the line, they are advancing together. So Spain They're about to get hit by Denmark and Russia. Now, of course, the LOC is going to have to be taken in order for this attack to actually work for Russia. And here comes Denmark. Man, yeah, they got some good lines, a lot of reserves. And I haven't even seen Russia's SUD go up. They haven't even pushed up yet. But here we go. This is the first attack. And it is not a feint, guys. This is not a we're going to test their defenses kind of thing. This is a we are coming here to kick through all the way back across the river. And it begins. He is going to send, I'm not sure what unit this is. He's going to send in some of his regular infantry. They're going to go in for this LOC. Spain pushing up his lines to defend. Artillery going to try to shoot up what they can. Denmark still pushing here. And everything's going to start happening at once. That's my prediction. We got cavalry from Russia pushing up as well. We got some cuirassiers and some dragoons. Looks like they're sending in some of their more Spanish infantry to kind of help out here. Both sides probably, I would imagine both sides are going to keep feeding troops into that just to make it easier. Here we go. Austria forming up just in time. Helder getting in position as a reserve line. Beautiful. I mean, they are timing this beautifully. Helder even pushing up here on this left flank. Helder in reserve. Helder in reserve actually along the entire line. I kind of like that. They're choosing who's going to be reserved, who's going to be in the front lines. Austria set up, ready to receive an assault from Denmark. And then, of course, France pushing forward. Austria going to have to deal with that as well. UK going to actually take the right flank here. They have a lot of cavalry at the moment.
Men are running, sir.
It does look like the LOC is being lost. Spain holding strong, but not looking too good yet. Do we have a unit break? Oh, some cavalry managed to peel them off, so we need to get some cavalry to defend. Watch it. Oh my goodness, hold that thought. We have a dragoons charging in against some Spanish infantry. Not squareable infantry. However, they still managed to break that dragoon unit, thankfully, but still some losses were suffered here.
This building has fallen
And
to
they
the
still
enemy.
end up losing the LOC as Russia and France push forward here. Austria waiting to receive an advance from Denmark. Denmark not taking a full-on attack yet. They're probably waiting for France to get in position to protect their flank here. Light infantry up in the front lines. Some skirmishers trying to feel out this position. Seeing how this little fight here is gonna go. And Russia does appear to be making a push past the LOC now that they have taken it. Spain seems to be, yeah, they said that, okay, they got some infantry, they got some cavalry support as well. Russia going to try to go for a bayonet charge, it looks like. Russia SUD now pushing forward, multiple units here. Helder pushing up in a position on the left, far left flank to protect Spain. And they're going to be in a bit of a line fight for a little while. Probably not a ton of action happening there. We do have Denmark now pushing forward as France has set up on that flank. A lot of melee happening. Oh, we have cavalry. Oh, that's probably not going to be very good charges. I pull back that cav. Oh, it's going to break. Now on the flank, it does look like there was some cavalry maybe that was getting shot at, but now that the UK have formed up, that's a beautiful flank. That is going to stop the French from really being able to push forward too earnestly. Russia's looking to be in a bit of a hot spot here. This is, at first, what was looking so well. Not looking so hot. I like this defensive line that the coalition have. It seems to be going well. This LSA even seems to be working their favor. I would maybe pull back from this LOC a little bit. You know, pull the line back just so that your troops aren't walking into that LOC. Look at this Spanish unit right here. Ooh, we have a definite push here. Here we go, UK making their stand on the flank. Austria still shuffling troops back. Denmark getting real close here. Oh, okay, so Helder did charge in against the Russians. Oh my goodness, there's so many French troops over here. Then we got some Austrians. This looks like a small push that Spain's making here. Helder gonna push forward his light dragoons again. Oh man, what a beautiful counter charge. Oh my gosh, hold that thought. We have Cuirassiers charging in Denmark. Or not Denmark, but France going in against Austria, sending in the heavies, going against the square, and now France is going to start doing a melee against Austria. This is a serious push being made on multiple fronts. Austria has to hold, guys. They have no reserve lines. They have some cavalry that can rush over from the UK Helder, but still not a very ideal situation for them. They seem to be holding decently well at the moment. Over on this side, it did look like Spain got hit pretty hard by that Dragoon from Russia, so they're actually going to pull back. And we may have a Russian push going past the LSC. Spain's pretty weak there. Denmark went in for melee as well against Spain and Austria, using their grenadiers, their best guard units going in. And you can see France is winning. Oh no. Oh, what? Wait. Oh wow. Uh-oh, it's time to pull back to the stakes. Okay, this is looking pretty bad. This is looking pretty bad for the coalition right now. The UK definitely are doing a lot better. In fact, they probably will win. Now with the 6-point tie rolls, general dead, this can go way better, but Austria is breaking. Half their army looks to have routed. Everywhere else is just looking to be a shooting match. But this 7-pointer for France has tons of infantry. He probably can win this just by brute strength, just by shooting up the coalition, and especially with this fight going so well.
Our men are running for it.
Oh wow, that general dying may have actually saved this center. Austria has made a comeback here. They have actually repulsed the 6-pointers attack, and now Denmark is in danger of being folded over on the flank here. The rest of the 6-point is pulling back. UK hotly pursuing them. Now the Austrians can actually shift forces, or shift their focus to the Denmark infantry here. We do have another cav charge going against that artillery piece. Cuirassiers. Helder still has infantry in reserve, so they can take this fight for a while. Looks like the 7-pointer, though, shifting over here more towards the center. Things is still going very well from them, but Denmark's having to peel forces off to kind of watch their left flank with the 6-pointer falling back. Now, this is a very wise move by the 6-pointer. They are pulling back so they did not get overwhelmed, entirely crushed. They have not lost a majority of their army. They lost almost half their army, but they have not lost half their army. Thankfully for Austria, a lot of the troops came back. They got to rest them up here. They should not be pushing back into combat. They're going to be super ineffective here. Over here, Russia making some real moves here, sending in the guard. Spain has definitely been pushed back. Helder even pushing in reinforcements here. Still a reserve line that can be thrown forward. But definitely we can see who has actually fallen back, and that is the Coalition. The Coalition has definitely had some losses. They still have cavalry. In fact, they still have some cuirassiers. They can definitely send in. We have the UK still pushing forward. They are almost entirely fresh, which is going to be very difficult for the 6-pointer to deal with. Only half their army being able to take that fight. I suspect, yeah, we have, oh my gosh. That is a lot of guns. No wonder they're breaking. They have the guns sitting on the flank. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guns on the flank. They're definitely going to want to push away from that side. This battle has kind of resorted back into a line fight. And actually, this is going to go well for the Coalition. They can probably deal with Denmark just by outshooting them. Especially with Denmark in a position where they're getting outflanked, where the masses of the Coalition's reinforcements are going to start outshooting their smaller units. And with the 6-pointer still retreating and not able to really stand too well. You can see over here, Denmark has Cav trying to defend the side as Helder and the UK and Austria are shifting a lot of cavalry to the flank to harass them, even getting some Cav charging off.
Our men are running for.
So the 6-pointer maybe making a stand, maybe not. Denmark is falling back. The nice thing is they can always fall back to this hill. However, the 6-pointers can have to fall back if they don't want to get entirely encircled, because we have that Cav now pushing pretty hard on the left flank. Uh-oh. Oh, wow. France got in behind the Austria and killed the general. A lot of cavalry back behind the lines.
Our men are running for.
Oh, Russia is still going in for the melee against Spain. The Coalition can probably afford to pull back on this side and push on this side. This Cav engagement going so well for the Coalition. Don't tell me, another general? Alright, well, the Coalition have had 2 gens now sniped. But they still are going to probably keep pushing. They got the forces to keep the pressure on, especially with the cavalry harassing the 6-pointer. They're about to run into a wall where they're going to have to turn and fight. Ooh. More cuirassiers from the 6-point Tyrol now. Just Spain is getting the heat, guys. They are getting the full heat. And this left flank is not looking too hot, but this thankfully the Coalition are winning massively over here. And I think that the Coalition have at least somewhat put up a good fight here on the left, even if they are losing now. Russia really closing in for that melee. I think this guard unit finally has fought their last battle, though. I think they're going to lose here. And if we look at it, I mean, still, there's a lot of Coalition here. This UK can definitely shift over to the left side. I mean, what's mostly left is Helder, Austria, and the UK. However, all 3 of these have a lot of troops left, and I think the 6-point Tyrol is basically gone. Russia looks to be on their last couple lines of forces left. Denmark has lost a small chunk, so mostly it's the 7-point Russia Sud, Denmark, and that's about it. There's a couple units from Russia, a couple units from 6-point Tyrol, so it's still very highly in favor of the Coalition to win this one, guys. And the Coalition still have the 4-pointer. So they technically still have an LOC advantage here. And they still have their cuirassier. They still have some good cavalry left. They definitely could take it I would go against this 7-pointer. These guys cannot form square. They will be shocked into breaking, guaranteed. This gap right here is where I'd throw those cuirassiers and then push forward with Helder maybe. Threatening the center will force this flank to fall back. That is starting to threaten your flank. And now the nice thing is the UK and Austria, well, if Denmark tries to push forward and attack Austria, the UK are on the flank and can volley fire them. And they can get a lot more troops in this semicircle versus Denmark that can't get as many. But a very, very close battle. Still, I mean, I like how it's usually that way it goes, right? You know, you have a flank that breaks on one side, so you're winning on one side, but then your allies on the other flank are breaking. I feel like that's usually how it goes. That's like a painting. That looks like a painting right there. What I'd do is I'd let Austria, who has some very tired units, I would have Austria pull back and have the UK start shooting. Rest up Austria, keep them as a reserve. And then once they've rested up, make a push. Yeah, look at this. There's some cav here. Oh, Swiss mercenaries? What? There's Swiss? Oh, they don't have the right uniforms. They're not Swiss. Oh, we have artillery that's about to get run down by this 6-pointer. Never even made it to the field. Oh, wait, where are they going? Oh, they're going for the artillery. They're not going to make it. They are not going to make it. I mean, that's the thing. The Imperials don't have as many troops, but they sure have this 7-gun battery. However, it's a very simple thing, guys. You go around it. So I'd push the flank or push this flank and just deny the center. Just keep it empty. I mean, this poor Helder is still going to get chopped to pieces here.
Our men are running, sir.
Sussex, bleh, can't talk. Well, why not get this Cuirassier up here and charge in? Ooh, we have oh my goodness, don't tell me you're going to lose your general. Don't lose your general, Helder. Oh my gosh. Oh, they got bamboozled. They got tricked. They got fooled. Gen sniping everywhere, guys. So many generals killed. Oh, here we go, though. I mean, this Cuirassier, that's the one problem, isn't it? They're gonna lose. They could start to lose their heavy cav just because this grand battery. I'd ship the cav all the way to this road, and then roll down. But Helder needs to pull back. They lost a general. Their morale is gonna be delicate. And that's when we'll be putting it. Very delicate. Now, they do have LOC, guys, so they actually could fall back, ignore this 1-pointer, push into this area. How are you going to get artillery into here, especially if you're holding, you know, all the choke points? At a certain point, you gotta realize you can't win this. The French are in a very strong position right now, and they're just waiting for you to assault them. I just not walk in this area right here, this kill zone. I would not walk in there. You're just going to lose troops to it. Oh yeah, the Cuirassiers still.
Our men are running, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I would fall back right now as a coalition. I mean, I would not stand here. You're not engaging them anyway. They have artillery that's tearing you to pieces. There's no point in standing here unless you plan on assaulting the LOC again. And I really would hate to see the coalition just die to artillery. That would just suck. Oh no, don't walk into the guns.
Our men are running, sir.
This whole side is about to get destroyed. Oh man. See what I mean? You're just standing here taking artillery. Fly, you fools! Fly! Get away! Run away! Get out of there! There's only 9 minutes left. I guess they could stand their ground, but I don't think they're gonna last 9 minutes against 7 guns. But they will win LOC. There's a 4-pointer, I guess, back here. We'll see if they go for it. I'm just going to hit the fast forward button just a little bit here because nothing seems to be really happening. And my poor heart, I can't take seeing, you know, someone just get shot by artillery constantly. It's not good for your health to stand in front of the guns and not do anything. They're going to probably lose their entire army to artillery only. Now, Helder looks like he's kind of inching up here on the left side. I'm not sure if Austria is just trying to focus down or trying to basically draw fire of the artillery. It's working. They definitely are taking the artillery. But Helder's pushing up here on this left flank. Ooh, actually may have a push being made. This artillery is at close range now, guys. They are going to probably mass route in the next 2 minutes. You will see a mass route. Unless they can get cavalry in there as of yesterday, it's not going to work. Now the UK has some of their best shooter. Ooh, hold that thought. We have cavalry charging in. Some heavy cavalry going to try to beat up and break. Oh, this artillery is just killer. Please tell me. Oh, yep. And now we got some Russian dragoons that break one of the UK lines. I mean, they're still delaying them, guys. 5 minutes remaining. I have not seen another 4-pointer get taken. Still means it'll be a coalition victory, however, be it bloody victory. Here we go, though. We got some heavy cavalry making some impact, doing some damage to the 7-pointer. You gotta be kidding me. Another... Oh, it's a Spanish general. Oh, see, here we go. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, cavalry can break them so quickly here. Austria's trying to make that push. The UK and Helder trying to make a left flank stand. We may have an actual push being made here. Oh, I bet you the Cav's going to go for it. You better run. Oh, look, they're already shaking. One shot. They're not going to make it. They can't make it. There's no way. No way. Yeah. However, they make friendly fire their own, you know, French cav. Still, I mean, technically, ooh, we have Denmark actually pushing out. He got kind of bored, probably just sitting there and was like, I want some of this action. So he's pushing out here. UK seem content to stand their ground. Got some cavalry charging in the back, though. So they may actually start to break this line. This is where it starts getting tough, you know, when you're fighting a coordinated infantry and cavalry pushing together, it's going to be very difficult for you as the UK to make a stand here, especially with massing forces pushing forward. But still, like I said before, guys, I think even if the French do, yeah, they're not going to win this. They are not going to win LOC unless they have something, unless they have something going to the 4-pointer right over here. They are going to lose this. And I hear a cough. Oh, they may actually take it. It may be a French victory. They'll have one LSC point more. Unless we start to see some troops moving to other 1-pointers, then the French are going to win this. They may be waiting and biding their time, and then put them in at the last minute so the coalitions have a chance. That's for button here. I'm kind of curious now. Because, I mean, the fighting is still kind of happening, but not really. The French have basically won this. They're pushing back this UK on that flank. And with cavalry, I mean, the French cav was all over the place. The coalition definitely could not deal with it, it felt like. You have Russia going for another 1-pointer. They definitely are going to make sure they win this by LOC. Still 50 seconds remaining. I still haven't seen him throw anything in the 4-pointer.
Our men are running, sir.
All right, now's the time, France. Show your cards. Please tell me. Right, because I believe the door would show that it was busted open if there was actually someone in there. I thought I heard coughing, like it was a unit just standing there waiting. What the heck? Are they not going to have someone in there? Did they? And I missed the notification or something? I don't know. Someone can tell me in the comments. I have not seen anybody go in this 4-pointer, which technically means the Imperials still win or lose by LSC, unfortunately. But, you know, I'm sure someone will correct me in the comments. So you can always look at the comments and, you know, may change things. But let's pull up the results here. You can see this Tyrol. Man, he got some good kills. But as you can see, for the coalition, you have Drogo as the 7-point España with 1106 for the kills. Oblico with the UK. Russia, so the Helder with 1153. 7-point Austria with 888. And the UK, USA with 729. Other side, the 6-point Tyrol, 834. You have the Russia with 869. You have Albert with the Denmark with 925. And then the 7-point Russia Sud, 1187. I would be surprised if a lot of those are just the artillery. because they definitely were killing. They definitely were getting a lot of good shots off. Really good placement of artillery. So, but anyway, guys, that'll be it for me today. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. And yeah, until next time, guys, you all stay safe. Have a great rest of your day. And I'll catch you all in another video.